Hi, everybody. It's Friday, February 23rd, 2024, and I thought I would do a listening log. I've been listening to some more music this week and more than last week, so I thought I would go through a few of these albums with you and share some thoughts on them. So during my commutes in the car, I was listening to this album, Clowns Exit Laughing, the songs of Jimmy Webb, the Jimmy Webb Songbook. And this album is not, it's Jimmy Webb songs, but it's covered by other people. And there's a lot of interesting stuff on here. You can see different artists. So lots of these are famous songs. Some of them are obscurities. And the famous songs are covered by people that you wouldn't normally associate with it. But lots of highlights on this. It's definitely an oldies album. And it's on the Ace Records UK label, which is one of my favorite compilation labels. They just do incredible stuff. They have good booklets and so forth. So this was an enjoyable listen to come back to. I also listened to Seiji Ozawa. This is an SACD of Bartok music. And of course, Ozawa passed away a week or two ago. So he was on my mind. And I thought I would give this album another spin. It's a hybrid SACD. I listened to the CD layer in the car, and it sounded great. This is not an album that I took to right away. Every time I've listened to it, I've been a little bit underwhelmed by it. But on this last listen, it improved, and I thought, okay, now I'm starting to hear like what he's going for with the presentation of this Bartok stuff. Some of the quiet parts on this album are really, really quiet. Like that is maybe what didn't involve me on previous listens, but if you turn the volume up enough, you can get at it. And then when things get loud and he pumps up the volume, it's pretty impressive. Really good timpani sounds on this one, by the way. Okay, now let's turn to Tidal streams. I'm doing a lot of streaming. I'm still going through my Eugene Ormandy mono remasters. So these are all mono albums. One is Lalo Symphony Española, Opus 21, and Borodin, and other stuff. This was a lot of cool stuff on this one. And then Brahms Symphony No. 4, which was a re-listen to me. It's a very, very nice version of the fourth Brahms Symphony. Six Dances by Smetana, Dvorak, Brahms, Fernandez, and others. That was good. Debussy Nocturnes and Respighi. The Pines of Rome. And Strauss, Rosenkavalier Suite, and Tod on Verkallung, and Salome's. I'm screwing up the names, obviously, but you get the picture. You see the album cover. Also, I noticed in the pop realm that Gospel Beach has a few new songs out, so I gave most of those tracks a listen. It's okay. It's okay. Like the first couple were pretty good. And then this album by, and I'm going to slaughter the name, I apologize, Khatia Buniatishvili, and the album's called Labyrinth from the year 2020. She's a really phenomenal piano player. I've come across some videos of her on YouTube, and she's very emotive with her playing. She's fun to watch live. And I came across her playing the famous Eric Satie Gymnopédie piece, and then I tracked it down on this album. So if you want to hear that, that's on there. She does a very nice reading of that. Lots of quiet, contemplative music on this one by various composers. It's extremely listenable. It's really nice. And I really love how she does the John Cage 433 piece. So I think it's the second to the last track on the album. It just goes into silence. And people on Amazon reviews were complaining about that, thinking there was a defect with their CD. And it's just like, okay, whatever. But I like that she included that avant-garde piece on there. Oh yeah, one more. Beethoven Symphony Number 3, Eroica. So I was watching a David Hurwitz video, and he said this is the reference recording for Beethoven's Third. This is George Zell and the Cleveland Symphony, and it really is very good. I recommend it. I did get a chance to listen to some vinyl this week as well. So here's Face Dances by The Who. Hadn't listened to this in ages. It's not The Who's best album, but it's got a couple good tracks on it. You bet, and Another Tricky Day. Those are the ones that got the most radio airplay, at least in the Philly area, and they're most familiar to me. There's a couple John Entwistle songs on here, and Roger Daltrey sounds good. I wouldn't say the songs are particularly strong on this one, but the production is really good. I mean, it sounds good. It was produced by Bill Szymczyk, who did a lot of stuff with the Eagles. And once I listened to that Who album, that put me in the mood to go back to Cheap Trick at Budokan. This album was part of my initial Columbia Records Club shipment. So, and this is the original copy I got with that, and comes in a plain white sleeve, gatefold cover. So much great energy on this album. The drums of Bunny Carlos sound phenomenal. Rick Nielsen's guitar is just blasting through the speakers, and Robin Zander's vocals like over top of all that. This was a band that was peaking at the time, and you got all the screaming Japanese girls. It's a lot of fun. And then I went from that to probably my all-time favorite jazz album, A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. And this comes in the gatefold cover. This was a reissue, and let me show you the vinyl, the label there. This came out, I think, in the early. This version I have is from the early 2000s, and it's. I have to say, this was a gift. My wife Stacy got it for me, and I love having it on vinyl. And it's like the cover's in great shape. Looks fantastic. But the pressing, not so good. I hear noise. I hear at some points in the album it sounds like the saxophone is distorting. The transients on the drums like really sparkle. They sound pretty cool. The cymbal hits, the rim shots, and things like that. But I felt like the McCoy Tyner's piano was sort of too much in the background. Stacy said she thought like the soundstage wasn't so good on this one. I agree with that. Like it just didn't. The Fluence RT85 turntable exposed some of the flaws in the pressing. I hear static on there. Some of that I can probably clean up by with my anti-static brush, and I should give it a wet cleaning and see if it helps. But I don't think this is a particularly great pressing. I had bad luck with it, so maybe someday I'll upgrade the vinyl on it, or I might just be satisfied with the old CD here. This is like the trifold CDs upstairs in the CD player. I just listened to it this morning. This, to me, is far superior to my vinyl copy. It's not even close. The CD just sounds freaking amazing, and such an involving album. This is just like an all-time great album, no matter what genre. It's really, really sublime. If you've never had, I mean, I think everybody knows "The Love Supreme" by John Coltrane, but if you don't, please listen to it. Like it'll change your life. So little mini shootout there. Yeah, so lots of variety this week with the listens. Let me know what you've been listening to. And if you have any comments about some of these albums I showed to you, and if you have some preferred pressings or versions, CD versus vinyl or whatnot, let me know. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks a lot, folks. Hope to check back with you soon.